Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you are having a fantastic end of your week so far. I am here today in Orlando. Decided to kind of set up a makeshift studio in my hotel room. So something happened interesting the other day, and this is not kind of one of my normal videos. So last week we get a call for a welfare check, and this family was calling in basically saying that they haven't talked to their 80-year-old relative who has multiple health problems, and they have not heard from him in 2 weeks. So, of course, this is like an hour and a half before the end of shift, and I knew without a doubt this was going to be a DOA, or dead on arrival. So as I am on my way to this call, my sergeant calls and she's like, hey, you know this is probably going to be legit, right? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So anyway, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to come with you and I'll meet you up there. I said, okay, cool. So I get to this house, and I'm not even sure if it's the right house because there's no numbers on the front of any of these houses. And the mailbox on the other side of the street are kind of adjacent, like catty corner to the houses, so they're not directly in front of them. So I go up to this first house, which ends up being the right one. I go up to the door, I knock. The first thing I'm looking for in the window is like bugs. I'm looking for bugs, I'm looking for mail that's stacked up at the door, maybe a package. So I'm knocking on the door, nobody answers. And there's like a side window next to the door, and I look through it and I see a lady out on the back patio, like through the house, on the phone. So I'm like, okay, cool, this is a good sign. That means everything's probably okay. So I walk around to the back of the house, and I didn't want to scare her. So like I'm trying to creep, but like not creep too much. I don't know if that makes sense. So I come around and she sees me and she opens the door. She said, is there a problem? I said, well, we got a call, ma'am, for a welfare check, and I just wanted to make sure that the male that lives here is okay. She says, step inside. So I go into the house, she shuts the door, and the next part completely threw me off. Now keep in mind, guys, this is a like 75-year-old white lady. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. The first thing that she says when she shuts the door, she throws her hands up in the air and she's like, please, whatever you do, I don't have any weapons, don't shoot me. And I'm like, what? And that's what I told her. I was like, man, what are you talking about? She's like, I know what you guys do. I watch police on TV. You guys kill unarmed people in their own homes. Dude, I'm in shock. Like, what? Like, listen, lady, you've already got one foot in the grave, okay? I'd just be helping the other one in. But I didn't say that. So by this time, I'm in such disbelief, like nobody is gonna believe me that in this very ritzy part of town, this like older white lady was so scared to get shot in her house. But she didn't seem legitimately scared. She seemed like she was just being a smartass. So anyway, I'm like in such disbelief, I'm trying to turn on my body camera. And when I reach for the body camera, she like gasps, and she puts her hands up. I'm like, ma'am, chill out, okay? I'm not even here for you. I said, where is so-and-so? She said, well, he's in the back. I said, okay, will you please go get him for me so I can verify that he's okay and we can call his family back and let them know he's still alive, please. So she goes over and she yells for him, and here comes this like little 80-year-old guy on his little walker. Comes around the corner, I'm already a little frustrated, and this guy's like, what are you doing in my house? I'm here for you, sir. I wanted to check and make sure you're okay. Well, who's asking? First of all, keep in mind, I had to tell him like 5 times because this guy, he probably could barely hear a gunshot if it went off right next to his head. So I'm having to scream at this guy. This lady's arms are still up, and I'm like, and he's a dick. And he's a dick, she's a dick, everybody's a dick. So finally I'm like, man, you know what, screw y'all, man. Okay, I see you're good. And I'm like, he said, who's asking? Who's asking? I said it was Barbara out of West Coast. I'll just say West Coast. And he's like, I don't even know Barbara. I don't know any Barbaras. So I got dispatched to give me her full name. And for purposes of this video, I'll just say Barbara Smith. And I tell him Barbara Smith, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I do know Barbara. I haven't talked to her in a long time though. I don't care for her. I'm like, oh my God, this is comical. This is comical. And unfortunately, my body camera took so long to turn on, of course, that the interesting part was over by the time it was able to record, you know, a few seconds later. All this happened pretty quickly. But either way, it was so comical, and I was in such disbelief that this happened, and this lady was like, make sure you close my gate on the way out. So anyway, I get in my car, and I'm leaving the house. Sergeant calls me and she's like, hey, how did everything go? I told her what happened, and then I told her what this lady said. And she's like, she starts cracking up, and she's like, you know what I smell right now? I'm like, potato chips? What? She's like, I smell a YouTube video. I said, you're damn right I'm gonna do a YouTube video about this. This is some crazy shit. So anyway, guys, that is it. I had to share that story with you. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Like I said, I'm in my hotel room. I'm down here in Orlando for business. But anyway, I had to get this out. I know this is kind of short, but I wanted to get it out to you guys and kind of share that absurd story with you. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'm probably going to be tied up. I've got some family that's coming in. I'm going back home on Saturday, so I probably won't be able to do a lot. I am going to try to do a live stream, public live stream here soon for you guys, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I don't know when the next video is going to be out. Somebody made a funny comment on Instagram saying how unpredictable my videos are, and they are. I'm sorry, it's just life. Life happens. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, so my schedule is very unpredictable. Anyway, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and I will see you very, very soon.